Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin in Real Life. I guess I got some comments here. Um, let's have a look here. I'm on my mobile. I'm traveling, so I'm doing everything mobile now. And let's see here. Dinosaur Rocks. This is regarding the Bitcoin in Real Life 18. There is no loophole. And so he writes. Where can I find details about joining your company? Okay, and then you ask the second question that says, at 1825 or so, you mentioned people who join your company. Can you say more about this? Or direct me to a relevant video or something? I would be interested in participating. Thanks. Well, Dinosaur Rocks. Where can you find details about joining my company? Well, the details of joining my company are in every Bitcoin that has ever been created, that is creating right now, and that every Bitcoin that will ever come into creation. If you can somehow manage to get yourself some Bitcoin, and the details are in every Bitcoin. Every Bitcoin. There's a record of something there in every Bitcoin that has been created, that will be created, that is being created, that will be created. You get the point. And joining my company isn't like, you go walk in someplace and you fill out some paperwork and you find and you sign the, you fill out some paperwork and stuff like that, and you just sign up, and or it's not even about getting money from you. Usually when you join something, you have to provide some interest or a contribution. It's not that easy. You have to, first of all, uh, the creator makes many calls everybody every day, and not everyone will answer the call. And even if you do answer the call, I'm very eager to participate. Answering the calls is just not enough. You have to be selected, chosen, rise up above everyone else to be picked, all right? Hand-picked by the creator. And then after you're hand-picked, only then will we have a chance to ever discuss about joining my company. But one thing is for sure, for whatever reason you're fortunate enough to go through all that, I have to make an offer. I have to make an offer. And even then, it's still hard because of all the people that I've offered, half of them will actually accept the offer. And out of those, half of them will actually sign on the paperwork, get everything done needed to be a part of this company. And then half of them actually come through. In other words, you don't have to provide money. You don't really have to provide Bitcoin. But by that time, I'll probably already know what you can contribute. You can always contribute your time and effort. But even then, half of them never come through on that. So, it's just part of a process. I guess you could say it's a vetting process as well. Something I have really no control over. Everything that I do in co-creating with the creator. And so, if you're fortunate enough, if you're lucky enough you know, the creator will lead you to me, or I will be led to you by the creator, or we will be led to each other. And I have to tell you, many will be called upon. Many, there are so many who are called upon. And then even fewer that actually answer the call. And then even fewer who are actually selected, picked, chosen by the creator to proceed beyond that. And then after that, even fewer to actually, for me, to make that offer. And then once the offer is made, even fewer actually come through to accept that offer. And then even fewer than that actually commit themselves, because this is not something you sign up for a couple years and you travel the world and you come out and I don't know, you expect some kind of benefit from it or anything. This isn't like signing up in the armed forces or signing up to a multi-level marketing or some Ponzi scheme. This is nothing like that. This is a commitment of a lifetime in which there are times where you will not receive any benefit, any monetary benefit. At times you will be very tired. At times you'll doubt what you're doing. So I guess to answer your question, joining my company, can I say more about this? Yes, I just told you more about it. Any relevant videos or something? Because if you're really interested in participating, the details are in every Bitcoin that has been created, that is creating right now, and that has ever come into creation. The details are in every Bitcoin. Go find yourself some Bitcoin, and you will eventually, I hope you eventually find your way to me where I can make an offer. But like I said, many people are called upon. The creator calls upon many people every day. And then a few people actually answer the call. Answer the call. Ring, ring. Hello, anybody there? Fewer people even actually answer the call, and then even fewer people, if they even answer the call, are picked, selected by the creator, not by me. I have no say in this. I'm just a humble servant, just doing the bidding of the creator. That's all I do. Everything else is all the creator's doing. And then, it just gets to the point, and it's a natural process. You'll find this process everywhere in the world, and everything you do around you. But that's how you find the details about joining my company. It's in every Bitcoin that has been created, that is creating right now, and that will ever come into creation. So I hope this answers your question. I also know that you also made another comment on my other video about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. I have to admit that there is it's considered a pseudoscience, voodoo, hoodoo, magic bullshit. But from my experience, there is some truth to everything that neuro-linguistics has to offer. It may be more popularized by the fact that it's been claimed that you can pick up women and get them to do your bidding, which is partially true and partially not true. You have to remember, people are trying to sell you a book, so or sell you a course or class. There's a lot of seminars with all that stuff. My personal opinion is that you don't need any of that stuff. Just pick up the basics, and once you pick up the basics, you can do a rendition of any combination of the basics that you've learned to create a whole new model. So the possibilities are literally infinite. As long as you got three models, you can, or three programs, or whatever you want to call them, any number of combination and combination of those combination can be infinite. So, but if you are interested in that stuff, there's a lot of great books. There's also a huge book, and some of these books, they literally look like programming books, literally. Um, Anyways, I hope that answers some of your question. And so let's go on to some of the things that I'm doing with Bitcoin in real life. So I finally met with my accountant or my CPA or whatever he is, which I think I overpay him to do what he does, but that's all right. The point is that he's doing it. The first year of me doing this, back in 2013, I believe, or 2014, I should say, I got into it in 2013. Really became something in 2014, but for 2014, technically, I lost money, technically. If you include all the expenses I did and everything, which really are, if you have any idea what I'm doing, you'll come to realize all my expenses were actually personal expenses that I transferred to a business expense once I became a company, ironically. But that I became an entity outside of myself in which I can transfer my personal expenses because my entity is me and I am the entity. And instead of taking those personal costs, I've transferred it as a business cost. So it's a business expense instead of a personal expense. So really, I didn't really lose money. I just transferred those expenses as being personal, where they're not tax deductible, to a business expense where they are tax deductible. So it showed that I made it, I think, an $8,000 loss, which I really didn't make an $8,000 loss, but on paper, I could claim an $8,000 loss. So my account has finally come through on 2014. This is 2016. The year is 2016. It's past April 2016. He's finally filing my 2014 taxes. What a guy. So, anyways, now we're working on 2015. So, you know. Anyways, maybe he'll catch up one day. One day. I doubt it. With all the companies that I'm creating, I doubt he's going to catch up in time to for any of this stuff. So, but anyway, so I finally filed my first Bitcoin tax return, I guess I can say, which technically I made a loss, but I really didn't. 2015 is going to be interesting because I'm not sure I'm going to show a loss because at the end of 2014 the price dramatically increased, and also by that time I've actually literally probably accumulated a lot of profits and everything. So, and my expenses haven't really changed until the later part of 2015, where I started really expanding my goals, along with taking on new members and new companies and everything. So my expenses should probably be more, but we'll see. We'll see what the number comes out. I mean, all I do is just do what I do, and that's why I pay him a lot of money, because he does what he does. He's basically an accountant for me, even though I do all the bookkeeping. But eventually, all my bookkeeping is useless because I just give it to him. Then he bookkeep it. He redoes the bookkeeping, so it works with everything as far as the money going in and out of bank accounts. That's 2015. I know for a fact when we get to 2016, there won't be that much bank accounts for him to work off of. It's going to be just purely on my spreadsheets because I'm not really using any banks anymore at this point in time. I still am to some degree, because I still need to wire money here and there because I'm going to go international. But for the most part, it's going to be all off of my spreadsheet at that point. And so it's just going to be literally what we report is what we report. And if the IRS wants to count all the money as proof of what I have, you're more than welcome. Count that money for me. I always need someone to count my money to verify how much I have. So, anyways, other things that I'm doing now. It's summer. It's 2016. It's summer. I'm traveling. I'm not in Texas anymore. I'm in California. After California, I'll go back to Texas, and from there, I'm not sure which route I'm going to take, but I'm definitely going to go to Toronto. So, and I have a few people to meet in Toronto. Whether they'll really manifest themselves or not, I'm not sure. But I am taking my family, and I'm also taking my mom along this trip to really enjoy our business trip, because I need someone to watch the kids, and I don't want to leave the kids behind. So, of course, all this will be expensed as a business expense. And once you realize the benefits of creating a legal entity, and it's not that difficult to do so, and the many and the infinite amount of entities you can create. So basically I'm in California. I'll be going to Houston, back to Houston, and from there, Houston, and I'm either going to go either Chicago or to Philadelphia. I may skip New York. I'm not sure, because the problem with New York is it's so crowded and it kind of stinks like piss. There's rats there's rats. Gosh. Bunch of New Yorkers, man. Bunch of rats. Anyways, I may or may not go to New York, because, I can only spend so much time and effort in doing things. I might actually even bypass New York in getting into Europe. So, but I will go into Philadelphia. So I'll be going to Chicago, Philadelphia. I don't know which route I'll take. Maybe I'll take Philadelphia. I'll go through Philadelphia and then through. I might go to New York. It depends how I feel. We'll see. So that may be an option. And then from New York, I will. From New York, I'll take going into Toronto, and then back out to go to Chicago if I take that route. If I don't take that route, then Chicago back down to Houston, of course, and back to California. Oh yeah, since I am in California, I will also be going to the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'll be discussing new ventures with my business partner over there. We're looking at so many things we can do with Bitcoin. For those of you who can answer the call and then be selected by the creator and then accept my offer and then complete the offer and be committed to this and actually go through, there's so many that not all of them will actually go through all the way, unfortunately. But the ones that do, they're already receiving the benefits of doing this. And my partner is very excited, very happy, because we're gonna get an all-expense paid trip, vacation to Disneyland this summer as well. We've earned enough to do that for ourselves, and that's going to be very exciting. Not only that, we also have enough to start a new venture. So I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but I know my partner has a lot of ideas, and he wants to do something. I already told him whatever it is, I'll back it. We'll take whatever funds we have to back your idea and go with it. And he thinks is going to be a winner. And so far, everything that my partner has done um, he's has been a winning situation for everybody. So so Dinosaur Rocks. To answer your question on this, go look into Bitcoin. Everything you need to know is in every Bitcoin. After that, you'll have to answer the call. Once you answer the call, you have to be selected by the creator. And then I will make an offer, accept the offer, and come through. And if that's too much for you, I'm sorry. If you're looking to get that 80% lower, um, the polymer 80% lower, if that's all you're trying to get, I will tell you right now, it's just cheaper for you to buy it. All right, it's like 80 to 100 bucks to go buy one of those 80% lowers. You're probably better off doing that if that's all you want to do. If that's all you're in it is just to get an 80% lower. Um, you can just buy one for 80 bucks. Okay, um, just Google it. You'll find somebody who will sell it to you with no problem. So if you're in it for that, just buy it. If you're really in it to do something with your life that is changing, life altering, you just have to realize it's a commitment of a lifetime, and not only your life, but your children's life, and your children's children, and your children's children's children, and their children's children's life. It is forever. It is perpetual. It is till the end of time. Even when I pass, um, this entity will live on beyond your physical body, and so essentially, it's possible for you to become immortal. So, anyways, this concludes this episode. I hope I answered your question. Um, go seek out some Bitcoin, and perhaps one day our paths will cross. Anyways, this concludes this episode, so feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned.